Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, May 26, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, uh, this was an interesting day following the 3-day weekend. Uh, you can see here that the Dow had a fabulous day. It gapped way up this morning, and then it just kept moving higher and higher. It broke through 25,000. It was over 25,000 for most of the day. That's new territory for the Dow. I mean, not overall new territory, but we haven't seen that in actually we haven't seen that since about the second week of February. Okay, so that looks really good. Dow ended up closing up 532 points. The problem for us and our equity was a big gap up here means we're going to be buying like crazy, and we did end up getting into 20 new positions, and then the last 30 minutes this thing does this sell-off. It's not a huge sell-off, but it just eyeballing. Looked like the Dow dropped about 150 points in the last 30 minutes. And that saw us go from having about 15,000 in open trade equity right up here to having $1,240 open trade equity on the close. So that really popped our balloon. You can look here, we're talking about the Dow. This is the long chart. Showed you this many times. These are the February record highs. This is the late March record lows. Dow at this point is down like 18,500, something like that down here. And now on the close today, it's just a couple points below 25,000. So you can see we've come a huge distance from those lows. But also what's significant, the reason I'm showing you this, is today the Dow broke through the highest point of this congestion area. Okay, so it really constitutes a breakout for the Dow, and for all substantial purposes, we are at 25,000 right now, which means we're only 4,500 points below those all-time record highs, which I'm certain we're going to see in the not too distant future. So all that looks good. It's just we didn't have a good day for our equity just for today. We closed out positive $600 on our closed out trades, and as I say, with 20 positions, we're only holding $1,200 in open trade. But you know, the way this thing's going, I look at this again. If you're kind of into technical analysis, you're probably going to look at this chart and say, well, it's going to open lower tomorrow. And I'm saying just because it looks like it's going to open lower tomorrow, it's probably going to open higher. And we could be back to that $15,000 mark that we were up here, by the time we get out tomorrow. That could happen. Or it could open lower and we're totally screwed. I don't know. The stock market is just totally unpredictable right now and very volatile, but we're still doing very well, so I can't complain too much. Let me just show you three of the stocks. This first one, okay, this was our best exit today. This is INSG, which is Inseego Corporation, and we had bought this second hour on Friday, and then it gapped way up this morning, and we were up over $5,000 on Inseego on the open this morning. It comes back down here for our exit, so we didn't get a good exit, but we still got out of that with $3,200 in Inseego, and that was our best exit for today. And then I'll show you, this was the best of the trades that we got into today. This is SABE, S-A-B-E, Spirit Airlines. Really weird that we're buying airline stocks, don't you think? Look, this thing gapped up monstrously today. We buy the gaps, we bought that gap, just sucked in our breath, bought that gap, and it did keep moving there. And not a whole lot higher, but we're still holding $2,800 in open trade equity in Spirit Airlines. And then finally, I'll show you our best trade, ongoing trade right now. This is XPO, which is XPO Logistics Incorporated. We had bought this on Friday. Really didn't do much for us by the close, but you get a huge gap up this morning, and it held up there. It held up there very nicely, and we are holding $5,500 in open trade in XPO Logistics Incorporated. So I'm not complaining about the day, but it was just a little disappointing not to make hardly any money on a day that the Dow goes up over 500 points and actually breaks through that congested area I've been talking about. We just have to wait. Something big is coming here. Something big is happening, folks. I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.